Welcome to the Blerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerds and Nerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
James.
Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Lots of different things going on this week. We'll get to that in a second. But before we do, make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate all the support so far. If you listen to us, audio mostly, just go over to our YouTube channel, give us a subscribe there, and show us support on that platform. And you get to see all the cool stuff that we have. Mostly James has a lot of the time. So make sure to do that. Cool. How are you guys doing? What are some nerdy things you guys have been up to this week?
Great. Yeah, I might as well just kick us off because I got some stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Still keeping up with Let's Play. Got Yakuza, G Gundam. And I did, in fact, watch Blue Box. So I wanted to go ahead and get that out the way.
Wow. Look at that.
Well, I didn't watch all of it. I got up to episode 11. So, but I am watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good show. It was already on my watch list. So Shannon just gave me the extra push to go ahead and watch it.
But still, I get the credit. I get the credit for a successful podcast.
I wouldn't say she put me on or anything like that. But she did suggest that I watch it after it was already on my watch list. So she just helped me move it higher on the watch list.
Who's to know that it's already on your watch list? There's no proof of that. Whereas there is proof of me telling you to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I brought it up months ago.
Okay.
Months ago. But no, it's good. I do prefer to watch love stories about adult characters, but not that it's a bad story at all. It does feel kind of strange watching high schoolers try to follow up.
High school.
What happens in the show. I'm not fully sure what happens, but yeah. Gaming wise, of course, Marvel Rivals. I finally started playing Dispatch. I had bought it, but I didn't start playing it yet. So I'm on episode 3 now. So it's in episodes, like chapters of games. So far, a lot of fun. I like the cards they give you at the end, like at the credits after every episode. It'll tell you like how your decisions lined up with other players. Like 75% of players chose this, or 80% of players chose this, or even like some of the missions, if you completely or successfully complete them and stuff like that, it tells you how many players did that even. So super fun game. The story is very interesting, so definitely excited to see where that goes. And I also played a game called Pigeons Mission. Jaja put us on. It came out. It dropped on Steam finally, so it's fully out now on Steam. Created by a 7-year-old developer.
Yes.
And his dad. So shout out to them. Chill 2D side scroller. Well, not even fully side scroller. It's like a platformer basically. But no, it's a fun game. The manga just One Piece and Chainsaw Man. Nothing too crazy going on. I finally started reading my 12th and final book of the year for my goals, at least. It's called The Death of Expertise. It's a nonfiction. It's not even a story. It's like a commentary on why.
On TikTok, right? Is that what it's about? No, sorry.
It's a regular book.
No, not TikTok, but like, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
So he's going over like why do people no longer trust experts, and how there's like a war on intellectualism going on, basically. How everyone thinks they know everything and they don't want to admit when they're wrong about things. So expertise is kind of going out the window. Okay. So super interesting.
That does sound interesting. Maybe I was confusing it with something else. Sorry, I was thinking of there's like another book, or maybe it was an article I read about how it was surrounding expertise, but like, why is expertise going out the window? Because everyone's listening to influencers now instead of people that actually know what they're talking about.
Yep, they go over this. People basically take the word of their favorite celebrity as law, and they don't trust what proven science has proved over the years. So they choose what they want to believe, or they get their confirmation bias from whatever source, and ignore the experts. So very interesting read so far.
That does sound interesting. Maybe I'll add that to my 2026 reading list.
Suggested.
Nice. Is that all for you? Any comics this week?
Nah, I still need to read my Spider-Man comic. I think a new one comes out in January.
Okay. And did you watch Jump Festa, or did you just catch the highlights?
Nah, whatever interested me, I just looked at the trailer for it.
Got it. All right, cool. Jaja, what have you been up to?
Okay. I've been pretty good this week. I finished Game of Thrones, like I said I would. Just to quickly revise my review. I know I went on a rant. I feel like I complained a lot about like the fast traveling, but they were fast traveling throughout every season. So I gotta draw back that take a little bit. And I'm gonna say that I probably would give it a better review than I first did. I know everybody.
I'm sorry, I forget. What was your first review on Game of Thrones?
I mean, pretty much the same as most people, that 1 through 7 was good, and then they kind of fell off the last season, or especially after the book. the book stuff ended. I think that was season 6 or something like that when Jon Snow died, or he
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's when he died.
Yeah.
Like that.
When he died, and yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it for what it's worth. It was definitely better watching it the second time around, knowing the characters. You got to really focus on the conversations and the games that were being played, and there were a lot of people in the game become the ruler of on the Iron Throne. So it was interesting.
This is only your second time watching Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So besides that, I watched some I said it correctly before the podcast.
Gachi I don't know.
Yakuda.
One of those. There you go.
So I watched a couple episodes of that. I did do my podcast homework. I watched a couple episodes of Let's Play. You know,
Nice.
I'm finding it okay. You know,
finding it okay.
I plan to finish it.
Okay.
I did play the demo to Dispatch, the complete demo. So I enjoyed that. It's pretty much what James described. A lot of cussing. They
Mm.
Definitely a game for adults.
So it's funny because that game, after I played the demo, I felt like playing like a game similar to that. That's just gonna make me laugh. So I am replaying High on Life. I just started that in preparation for High on Life 2 coming out, and then I didn't play the DLC High on Knife or something like that. So yeah, I'm playing that, and then of course I had to start over Expedition 33. That's probably the majority of the gaming that I've been playing. I think I'm close to finishing Act 1.
Nice.
And besides that, yeah, no, that's my nerdy things.
Nice. Okay. You've been pretty busy, even despite the fact that it is the holiday season. Usually you don't get as much done because it's so busy at your job.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of gaming. I want to get back into, the watching stuff.
At least this is the last week for you because it is Christmas week for those of you who are listening. So the holiday season is almost over. And I feel like it just started. So that's weird. What have I done? So I'll just come off the bat and say that I did not do my podcast homework this week.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do it next week. Guys. It's the holiday season, okay? I like to watch a lot of Christmas movies and stuff right now. So the Penguin did not fit into my aesthetic of holiday vibes. So I'll be watching it next week once Christmas is over.
Person that likes to give out the most podcast homework.
No, I don't give out the most podcast homework. That's not true. But I will be watching it. I will have watched some episodes by the next time we record. So don't worry, guys. I'll get to it. What else? So I am for the sub-watchers, the last episode of Let's Play came out this week. So I watched it. So I'm all caught up now. Ending was pretty good. It's a good show. Although I was on Reddit, there's a lot of mixed reviews about it just like the adaptation from the webtoon. People are not like 100% happy with, but I found the anime to be very good. I'd never read the webtoon, so I'm not really comparing it. The animation's okay. That's like for one of the first things I noticed and like what other people complain about too. But I still enjoy this. The story's really good and I enjoy it. And I think it ended really well. So
not groundbreaking animation, but it's like a slice of life. So like, are we really expecting? I would say the parts where they're like in the video game, I would kind of expect that to be better animated, but take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's something that I just like looked past because again, it's like a simple slice of life, but it's good. I liked it. Solid show. I've also been reading, so I am caught up on Blue Box now. I've been reading the manga, so it's ongoing. So I don't know why I thought it was done, but it's ongoing. So I'm caught up. I think a new chapter comes out today, actually. So I'll be reading that. I also am caught up on Sign of Affection. So I read volume 12, which is the volume I picked up the other day. But then there are also a couple chapters out. So I went on to K-Manga, which is an app, and then I caught up on it there. So caught up on A Sign of Affection. It looks like I just missed a hiatus. So I'm happy about that. So there should be a new chapter out this month. But it was on a hiatus for a couple months that people were begging to come back. So I'm glad that I missed that. But Sign of Affection is really good. I recommend people that watch the show to read the manga just because the manga has so much more than the show does. And I don't know if we're getting a season 2 of Sign of Affection, again, just because of how they push things together in season 1. So I would definitely recommend checking out the manga. What else? Video games. So I purchased Pigeon Run. Yes.
Pigeon Mission?
Pigeon Mission. Sorry.
You talk about Chicken Run?
I feel like there's a game Pigeon Run, like Subway Surfers or something like that.
It might
Probably.
be.
I feel like when I was searching for the game on Steam, a game called Pigeon Run came up. Maybe that's why I was confused. I purchased it to show some support. It's not compatible with my Steam Deck though, so it's not optimized for Steam Deck. So I will dust off my laptop, my gaming laptop, and I will play it on there. But I have not played it yet. But I also bought Hollow Knight yesterday. The Steam winter sale is going on, so Hollow Knight was like $7. So I bought that, and I started playing it. Haven't gotten very far, but I did start playing it last night. I'm already mad, so I can see where this is. I can see the type of relationship me and this game is gonna have, because I was very mad already, and I haven't even gotten that far. I feel like there's like a lack of, maybe like they explain things later in the game, but I feel like there's a lack of explanation on the controls. Are they gonna tell me later? Because like there's this thing called like a pogo, like a nail jump or whatever, where you have to, you know what I'm talking about, right? You played Hollow Knight. You didn't finish it, but I know you played it. Yeah, like where you like use the attack, like the downward attack, to like bounce off of surfaces. I feel like
No,
that
they never
wasn't.
explicitly told you, but it's one of those things where like figure out what you can do kind of thing.
I hate that. I mean, it's fine, but like, and it's also a very difficult maneuver. Like, I'm like online,
It's
like,
not
is
easy.
anybody else really frustrated with this, or is it just me? Is it just me like sucking at this game? I don't know, but they could do a better job explaining the game mechanics. But whatever. I don't know if that's improved at all in the second game, but you know, I'm gonna keep playing it until it makes me so mad that I have to stop. But we'll see. But so far, I'm enjoying it. And then I also started replaying Expedition 33 just for fun. I'm playing it on expert mode now, whereas before I played it on normal, and that is also pissing me off. So I'm playing 2 games right now that are making me angry. I am gonna buy Dispatch, so maybe I'll pause Expedition 33 to play Dispatch. I'm gonna buy that this week.
Yeah, still not on sale, by the way.
It's not on sale.
No,
on
it is
Steam,
on
it's
sale.
like
It's on sale on Steam until
After I bought it.
January 7th.
yeah, it's $26.99 opposed to $29.99.
Yeah,
Wow, guys.
Okay, I didn't say much,
you
but
know, it's a brand new game.
But you know, if you round up, it's basically the same price. So it's basically not on sale at
Hey,
all.
it could be
$3 a whole
70
nother game on Steam.
What did you
This
say?
is true.
What did you say?
Said $3 is a whole nother game on Steam though.
That's true. That's true. I'm trying to decide if I want to play it on Steam or if I want to play it on my PlayStation. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it on Steam just to keep the momentum with my Steam Deck going. We'll see. But yeah, that was all of my nerdy things. I'm trying to think, did I do anything else? No. I think that was all of my nerdy things for this week. I have not started watching One Piece again yet. I'm going to start in the new year, I think. Give myself an extra long break, and then I'll pick it up again. But yeah, so let's jump into some video game news. So, in our ongoing conversation about Sony and Tencent, well, this seems like it might be the end of it, actually. It seems that Sony and Tencent has quietly agreed on a confidential settlement over Tencent's ripoff of Horizon Zero Dawn with Light of Motrium. So the game has disappeared from the Steam and Epic Game Store, like the page is gone. So we don't necessarily know what the settlement was or what the deal was, but the game is gone. So one can only assume that, I don't know, maybe they told them that they have to redo the entire thing, or maybe they told them it can't really, I can't imagine that it's like the agreement is that they won't release the game at all. Maybe they're just changing a bunch of stuff and going to put it back up after. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's probably the direction they're going. It'll probably still come out, but just with different assets so that it looks visually different enough from Horizon.
Yeah. They have to change a lot of things then. So that might take a while. But I mean, I feel like this is a fair outcome.
Who knows?
They can still drop. I mean, they definitely worked hard on it. I mean, even if they, let's say they did rip people off, they still did some other things behind the scenes. So I mean, to say, hey, you can't release this at all, and you also have to pay us, that would be crazy. But we don't know the terms of the settlement. But I'm sure they probably had to cough up some money. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah, probably.
Which side do you think had to cough up money?
Light of Motor.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
Tencent.
Sony and Tencent probably had to pay for.
I think
wait.
Sony might have paid them to go away.
You think Sony paid them to not release the game at all?
Possibly. Like,
That's
I'm
true,
looking
too.
at the whole story, and like in the beginning, how Tencent, was supposed to work with Sony to come out with a game for Horizon, a multiplayer game. So they had that's how they got the assets, like that from what I've been reading. So like, I felt like they were just trying to mess with Sony because that deal didn't go through, and I think they got a little bag to just go away.
That's very possible. Also, that's like completely possible. Wait, James, sorry, you were saying something and I couldn't hear what you were saying.
No, I was saying Tencent probably paid for some legal fees, but I don't think they
Yeah.
paid them like under the table, like, hey, hush money kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Well, they
maybe that is the
paid for
case.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I don't put that above them, of Sony to pay them to go away. I know they
Or
both
maybe they
were
just bought the game and they're gonna drop it.
Well, that would just be weird.
But I
Like
feel
money
like
talks.
I feel like if Tencent would have paid them, they would still come out with their game. You know?
Yeah, but maybe, I mean, who's to say that they're not going to come out with the game? It's probably just going to be, they'll probably just have to redo a bunch of stuff, maybe, and just make it a whole different thing, which is not hard to do. It's not hard to just come up with some original character designs and, well, let me not say, I don't know if it's hard to do. It probably is a little bit hard to do, but like, I don't know. Did they not think that this was the direction this might have gone in when they released it? It is very, obviously very similar.
I mean,
But
I can come up with a bunch of more cases of games that are more similar to, like, very similar to each other. So it happens all the time.
Yeah. No, I know it does happen all the time, but usually it happens with smaller studios. Am I wrong about that?
It
No?
happens all the time.
With big
Yeah, that's how new genres are born. That's how we got battle royales. One person did it; it was successful. Now we have a battle royale in
Well,
every
yeah.
game. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. No, but that's different. Yeah, so I get that. Like a style of game or like a specific form of combat, sure, but I'm talking about like art direction and things like that.
Pretty sure Xbox has a copy of Astrobot that's like a weird copy of Astrobot that has its own assets. I forgot the name of the game. But there's like instances like that. There's ripoffs of Sonic.
Yeah.
There's ripoffs of everybody.
No, I know there's ripoffs of every game, but I'm saying, like, do these ripoffs usually come from large studios? I don't think they do. They're usually like smaller studios. You know?
I think it's very like common in the gaming industry just to like see a game just ripping off another game.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't. I agree. I just think that I just think that it's usually smaller. Like the fact that Tencent's like a huge company, so the fact that they did that, I feel like that is why it's a little bit more unheard of than, well, not unheard of, but a little bit more like it was a bigger deal than most of these other smaller studios that make these like lower budgeted ripoff games. That's why we don't hear about them, and there are hundreds and hundreds of them, but we don't hear about it ever. Yeah. So we'll see if anything else happens. It looks like this is over and done and buried, so it's the end of it, I guess. Meanwhile, Power World and Nintendo lawsuit's still going on, but we haven't seen an update about that in a while, so we'll see what happens there also in the new year.
All right, the Indie Game Awards happened recently. I think it was December 18th, and to no one's surprise, Color Exhibition 33 swept things over there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in recent news, it's actually their Game of the Year title has been stripped because it's found out that they used generative AI in their development process. So they've given the award now to the runner-up, Blueprints, who has also used generative AI. So
the whole thing was so stupid. So stupid. So I think the issue here is that Blueprints, I think that they stated explicitly that they had generative AI usage in their game, whereas Expedition 33 said that they did, like, there's no mention of usage of generative AI on their Steam page, is what I recall from this. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
so
right?
the timeline goes, they came out and said that they did not use generative AI,
Yeah.
but then it was found in the game, and they were like, oh, we were going to patch that out. So then it turns out that they did actually use it, but they said they didn't use it. So I think maybe the lie is where things come. Well, maybe it wasn't a lie. Maybe they genuinely did mean to take it out. But yeah, there was generative AI assets found in the game. But
it was like they used it kind of as like, or from what I understand, placeholder. Like they used it as placeholder art, and then it was supposed to be patched out when the game actually released. And I think based on the timeline of when it was patched, that could be possibly true. If it was patched quickly, then that probably means that they had the real assets ready, and maybe they just missed it. It was like posters like on a column and like some background work that they use this as placeholders. So I think that's what the issue, not the fact that they used generative AI in the first place, it's the fact that they didn't, it seems like they weren't wholly truthful about it, or there was just some shadiness around, like, did they not or did they? So I think that is what caused them to lose. And it was best indie game and also best debut game that their title was rescinded for. So, but again, it's dumb because Blueprints also use generative AI. So it just seems, I don't know. If you were going to give it to a runner-up, it would make more sense to give it to somebody who also didn't use any generative AI. But I think now everyone is probably using it in some way, shape, or form. So I don't really know. But
I do think there are some important distinctions about AI we got to make here, though. So there's
Yeah.
generative AI, which is like where people type in prompts of like, hey, make this character look like this character, or give me, an idea for a character. That's when you're like coming up with ideas, generative AI. And then we have AI agents. Those are like your productivity tools. So like chatbots and stuff like that, that can, they have some a lower level of autonomy, but they kind of help you out on different websites where there's in place of a person. So like it's not coming up with anything creatively. It's more so a productivity tool. And then you have agentic AI, which is just about full on autonomous. That one can reason and work independently towards its goals. So there's different models and different uses and types of AI out in the world. So AI overall is not the boogeyman, but it is also not an angel sent to save everyone. So we got to increase our knowledge on AI.
Also, there's another one, procedurally generated stuff that, that's another AI that's used in a ton of video games. From one man.
Yeah, AI agents.
Yeah. Yes, so Larian Studios, the studio behind Baldur's Gate, and they're coming out with Divinity, which was announced at the Game Awards. They were also under fire for Gen AI usage, but they pushed back. So, like, they're not pushing for Gen AI to replace concept artists with AI, is what they said. Which is, I think, also James, to your point, stuff that like we have to understand. Just understanding the different types of AI and what they're used for in general.
I think agentic AI is useful to a point. I think it's generative AI that's probably more so the issue, because it's like if you're creating content or images and stuff, or in articles, or even people are making music with it, then like that's where you've taken the actual creative element out, versus we have a AI doing some background stuff, or like placing the trees in a forest. Like someone would have had to do that by hand, but we use AI to randomly disperse trees in a forest. I don't think that's a terrible use of AI. Whether we want to get into, it's bad for the environment or not, I think,
Well, yes,
from a
that
creative
too.
standpoint, I don't think it's harming anyone, like a creative, because like if it's someone's job to place trees randomly in a forest, I don't think they want to do that themselves anyway. If they got their hands on some AI, they probably would use AI to get that done anyways.
Yeah.
We call that toil in the industry.
That's true. I guess they all have uses they all have usefulness up until a point where then it crosses the line. It just depends on what you're using it for. That is very true. I agree.
Yeah. But I do think concept artists should be able to keep their job of like, because you know how games used to come with the booklets, and you would see the concept art of the characters and you're like, oh, this is what the first iteration of the character looked like. So that's like, if that came out of somebody's brain, if we just throw in AI, hey, make me a cool character based on such and such, then it's going to find images of such and such and then, compile those together. And that's where it gets into the part of like, all right, it's stealing people's artwork.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. So I don't know. People are mad about, some people are mad about this, but like other people realize like it wasn't like they, like any major AI elements were used in the actual release of this game. So I'm not mad about it. I'm going to still play my Expedition 33 with a good conscience. So
yeah, I don't think they said, hey, give me an idea for a game, and then boom,
no,
Expedition
I don't
33.
think that's what happened.
Right there would have been absolutely crazy. I don't think anybody would have been with that, but
no, of course not. So I think that we're okay, guys. It's just being, just do your research. Don't let the headlines influence your thought without doing your due diligence to understand exactly what happened.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I don't think Expedition 33 is mad that they got this award stripped from them, especially after the Game of the Year awards. And I mean, this conversation about AI is going to continue just because it's a new technology. And I agree with James, for the most part, if you're not using it to just generate something and definitely steal other people's work, then there's like a ton of probably really productive uses of AI that are ethical. And we probably even haven't even like tapped into, the surface of what we could do with AI. So I think, I don't think we should stop using it. We just, it's got to be probably regulated and stuff like that.
It does have to be regulated, but there is no regulation going on right now. So it's only going to get, it's only going
there's just got to be transparency about, what they used AI for, I think.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know if we've covered this, but in Steam, they're going to have to start having games show if they've used AI or not in the development of the game.
That's good.
But I think there just has to be transparency of, all right, these are the uses of AI that we did in our game. Whether or not you want to support us now is, up to you.
Yeah. That's good. As long as it's there. I don't like the idea of people trying to pass off work as their own. So I think that is really important to put there. Yep. Anything else about AI before we move on?
Listen to some experts on their opinion about what's going on with AI.
Yes.
Don't get it from your favorite streamer. Look at some real research.
Do some research, guys. Stop using TikTok as a search engine for factual information. It's okay to use it to find your favorite restaurant. Don't use it to look up knowledge-based things. All right, let's move on now to Rockstar.
Yeah, so there was an update in the story about the people that were fired for being in the Discord. I think the last story that we talked about, they were saying that they were just talking about the workplace in the Discord and not specific features of the game. But now Rockstar has come out and said the opposite, that they were talking about the features of the game and leaking stuff for the title, and it wasn't because they were was unionizing. So it's the he said, she said, but
what a convenient excuse to use.
It's also interesting because the Rockstar person, that the spokesperson, said that they don't know who was in the Discord. And according to this article, Rockstar's latest statement is littered with falsehoods and disinformation. They've given multiple conflicting reasons to explain why the workers are fired, as if it's attempting to reverse engineer rationale for the dismissal. So I guess it's, they're trying to cover up something, it seems like, from this article.
I think they're trying to cover up something. Yeah. it's probably still about, I don't know. I don't know if I have an opinion on this anymore. It's all still shady to me. It's convenient timing for them to come up with their story.
None of this makes sense. They don't know who was in the Discord, but they fired people in Discord for supposedly exposing trade secrets. How do they know who they're firing if they don't know who's in the Discord?
It was because they were unionizing. Anyway, there are holes all over this story. Whatever. I hope that the last I heard, or I haven't followed this story in a while, but the workers were trying to weren't the workers that were fired trying to prove wrongful termination through their union? Is it a possibility that they'll be reinstated? I don't know. Probably not if they're trying to use this argument. But
I believe we covered that in our last covering of it. But yeah, they said they were trying to prove that it was, wrongful firing. So
yeah.
Would you even want to go back to that situation? That's the real question.
No, but it is hard out here, in the
definitely
in the workplace, in the job industry. So, but yeah, it is probably going to be I don't know. It's probably not going to be the best environment to go back to. Just, I don't know. I think it would be weird. If they felt that they needed to go back, sure, but will they be treated okay in the workplace?
This is all interesting with GTA 6 coming out, thinking of your workers trying to unionize right before this big game comes out. And yeah, it's interesting.
It is interesting, but yeah, and I'm sure it was because of the unionizing. It's not Rockstar is not putting up a very strong case right now, but we can only follow that and see what happens. I don't buy it though.
Speaking of big games,
we should have talked about this before when we were talking about Expedition 33. But yes, so what happens to all games that are highly recognized at the Game Awards, Expedition 33 sales have hit 6 million following an immediate spike after the Game Awards happened. So I don't know what the sales were prior to the launch. I mean, not to the launch, to the Game of the Year Awards. Does it say?
I think
I'm just trying to see the percentage.
In October, they said they had 5 million.
Okay, wait. So yeah, it sold an extra 200K copies since the Game Awards. So 76% on Steam, 21% on PS5, only 3% on Xbox. Interesting.
It's on Game Pass for free. Xbox. That's why. But true. I was thinking about buying it on Xbox. Not thinking about. I'm probably gonna buy it.
Oh, because you're playing it on Game Pass right now, but you're gonna buy it to support. Okay, got it. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, only rightfully so. It's only right that people experience this game after being recognized so much. There are people online that were they were like, I've never heard of this game, and I'm like, are you living under a rock? How have you not at least heard of it? I don't know.
I don't know how they got this stat, but they said there was 52,000 new Xbox users through Game Pass since the Game Awards.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would like to know the source of that, because that's always been a big mystery of how many people are playing what on Game Pass. So
yeah,
where did this figure come from?
Yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, congrats to the game again, and congrats to all the new fans that it's probably getting from all the recognition that I got. That's what the Game Awards is for, to get people into gaming. So yeah. All right, and in another award show, the PC Gamers Game of the Year Awards happened. Jaja, did you watch this?
I did not watch it. I seen that it happened. I mean, we don't really have to deep dive into this because it's a bunch of games that I have not played and have not even seen what they look like, to be honest.
What one game of the year?
One game of the year. Let's see if I can find it. Of course, Baby Steps won Best Comedy.
Of course.
Kingdom Come Deliverance won Game of the Year here.
Yes, Kingdom
Okay.
Come Deliverance, the game that a lot of people wanted to win overall Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
I might have to try this game out. I might have to play this game this week.
People love Kingdom Come Deliverance, so yeah, there must be something good about it. There's a strong fan base behind that game. Dispatch won for best characters, so that's cool.
Story went to Claire Obscure.
Nice. There we go. Rightfully so. Best action went to Hollow Knight Silksong.
And Arc Raiders best multiplayer game.
Nice. Cool. Okay, so this one feels a lot more. There seems to be a lot of balance in this Game Award, so it feels like something different won in every category. So that's cool.
Hollow Knight got one, best action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I think that these are all good picks for like the more recognized awards. So that's good.
They even have a horror category. Look at that.
Wait, do they? Wait, who won? Oh, a game I've never heard of.
Labyrinth of the Demon
King. This game looks a little bit gnarly. Like I would be like it looks gritty, which makes it look scarier. So that's cool. This seems very robust in like the winners and of the different categories. It seems like everyone got a little bit of recognition there. So that's cool. Cool. Anything else in video game news before we move on to TV movie news? Nope. Okay, so moving on, more about AI stuff. So New York has made history as the first state to enact a law requiring transparency in the use of AI-generated actors, as well as use of a person's name, image, and likeness after death. So we just talked about this, well, in relation to video games, that Steam is going to require you to say whether or not you used AI in your games. So now in movies and shows in New York, they're going to have to be transparent about that as well. And this is only good. I hope that more states follow in these footsteps. Hopefully California does it next. But as we're getting more into AI like being used for like voice actors and like things like that, I think transparency, like it has to be a thing, because I'm not supporting any movie or show where a voice actor or anything to like portray or like replace the work of an actual actor is being done by AI. So this transparency is only a good thing. And I hope other states follow that example. So yeah. Cool. All right, so moving on. Apparently an Avengers Doomsday trailer dropped, but you can only see it if you went to go see Avatar Fire and Ash, which I thought about seeing, but then I decided that I'm not going to see it. But apparently in a quiet promotion of the movie, there are going to be 4 different Avengers Doomsday trailers dropping as trailers for Avatar. And they each showcase, there's going to be, from what I understand, it's 3 trailers that are centered around specific characters, and then like 1 general trailer, or 4 centered around different characters, and then there's going to be general trailer later. But the first one that happened was a trailer that was focused around Chris Evans, which confirms that he will be back for Doomsday, which people seem to be mad about. I haven't seen the trailer. Like, for something that is out right now that you can go see at a trailer in the movies, I couldn't find it online. Like anyone, like no one, I couldn't find anyone's like bootleg recording of it. So I haven't actually seen it. But the first trailer did have Chris Evans in it, and people are mad that they did all that work just to bring Chris Evans, like with Anthony Mackie's version of Captain America, just to bring Steve back in Doomsday. Although it's not clear what capacity Steve Rogers will be back in Doomsday. So I don't know. But it seems like that's what's happening. I don't really know if I have an opinion about this, honestly, just because I haven't seen the trailer. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the trailer, like leaked somewhere. There's a lot of AI fakes right now, apparently. So if you go on YouTube and look, I don't think you can trust anything you see on YouTube, because there's a lot of like fan-made AI things. I might have to go to the movies just to see what's going on.
I mean, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, the AI, the concept trailer that I think you're talking about, from the description of people who saw it, it looks like it's pretty close to that.
What's pretty close? Wait, which part?
There's a trailer that it's like a concept trailer, and it says Avengers Doomsday trailer, Steve Rogers will return. and it shows him walking up to a house, and then he has his suit, the suit from Endgame. You see him take it
Mhm.
out of a drawer, and then you see him holding a baby, and then I think you see what's her name? You know, the lady that she was in love. Is her name Maggie? The girl who was in like the
Yeah.
yeah. So you see her
Wait,
first.
who's Maggie? Wait, sorry.
The
I said yes and I have no clue.
Maggie,
Peggy.
Peggy.
Yes.
Okay, so you see her for a second, and then you see a Doctor Doom coming. He's outside the house, and then he just like teleports inside the house, and he's in front of Steve Rogers holding the baby. And then it says Steve Rogers will return in Doomsday. I think I watched New Rockstars breakdown, and it sounded like it was very similar to that trailer. I could.
So okay. So this makes sense. So in the universe that Steve went back in time at the end of Endgame, and then he came back and he was old. So in that time, they had a kid together, and now Doctor Doom has gone back to that timeline to retrieve the child. Or what's he doing there? I don't know what he's doing there, but like there's
Something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. And now it's
Okay.
sparking like is he going after all the kids? Because the last time we seen him, he was in front of the Fantastic Four's child. So
He's going after all the Avengers children. Yes, that makes sense. In which case, that's not really something to be angry about, I guess, because isn't Steve Rogers old? Like now in this current timeline? So like really what is he about? What is he doing? So I don't know. I think people were mad about this just to be mad.
well,
No one knows what's
I
going to
think
happen, guys. Just
people
watch
are
the movie.
mad saying that he's coming back is disrespecting.
But coming back in what capacity though? Is he going to be young again? He's old.
We don't even know what the context is. That's why I was gonna say I agree with you. This is all like rage baiting, like this. Yeah, and if they're gonna be in the same movie, how is that disrespectful? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't like sure, if he's going to come back as an old man, Steve Rogers I mean, I don't know how it's going to work because if he went back in time to take or no. If he I don't know. You know, let me stop speculating. I'm going to watch the movie when it comes out. I have no clue what's going to happen. There's no point.
It's gonna.
I'm with you, James, over there.
They're saying that
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
bringing back the old people are gonna like overshadow the next generation, and
But we don't know
disagree.
what they're planning to do with the movie. So like it's fine.
Marvel has always been about mashups and throwing all their characters together. I love this. I think that I'm ready for Doomsday. We're all gonna go see it. Like that's
Of course. This movie, I don't know. Like this movie seems like it's going to be really ambitious, honestly. So I'm looking forward, one, to see what it's even about, and two, how they're going to stuff all these characters in there. I don't know.
so yeah. There's supposed to be 3 more, and people are anticipating Thor to be the next one.
Oh God, I'm so tired of Thor. I'm so tired of Thor. Well, just if Thor's going to be in this movie, which it seems like he is, then the Russo brothers just need to do a lot to correct his character. The complete, I don't know, the way that Taika Waititi handled his character in Thor: Love and Thunder has to be like, we need to just scrap that from our memories and restore a prior version of Thor that I enjoyed.
Well, according to this article, there's 3 more total trailers left. That's
Yeah.
Thor, that's Doom,
Thor.
and then the general run.
Yeah, so the Thor one is supposed to be coming out this week. So if you go to see Fire and Ash this week, then you'll probably see the Thor trailer. That's kind of crazy. I wonder if people are seeing Fire and Ash multiple times just to see these trailers. I guarantee you some people are.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of crazy. That's kind of, me with my movie pass, I could do that. I could go see Fire and Ash multiple times just to see these trailers and then leave and not even watch the movie again.
You know our boy EA Boss is 100% going to this.
I'm going to go, even though I already missed the first one. Maybe I'll go this week and see the Thor trailer just because I can. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're still some time away from the movie, so everyone stops speculating. Until we get a general trailer, I feel like we should stop speculating on the individual character trailers that we're seeing. Just, don't be mad. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen in the movie. That's all I'll say. Cool. And then it looks like the Spider-Man trailer has leaked online. I will not watch the leaked trailer. Have you watched the leaked trailer, John? You put it in here, so I'm assuming you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. It doesn't, who knows if it's real or not? It looks like somebody's secretly filming it through something. It seems. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I'm gonna go see this movie too. What can I say? The
I
trailer
don't want
wasn't
to watch.
anything spectacular. I mean, it kind of gives some hints to what the plot may be about.
Yeah.
And, we know the Punisher is going to be in it. So, and then it seems like there's going to be other masked individuals. And it seems like it's going to play off the plot that was in Daredevil a little bit about like masked individuals running around the city, vigilantes,
You know what's funny? I just said I wasn't gonna watch it, but I clicked on the link and I'm watching it.
It looks
And-
like someone's like using their meta glasses and like covering up their eyes or something
Yeah,
like that.
you know what's crazy? People that leak these things, like obviously there are people that work at the company. That's very bold. Like I would be so scared to do that. If that gets traced back to you, then I'm sure you're gonna get fired. Like that's so crazy.
Yeah,
Is it worth it
is that
just to
really
like say
worth
that
it?
you leaked the movie to lose your job over it? That is so crazy. I would never do that.
And I think the Chris Evans one, it was like from what I was seeing this week, that one was leaked before it came out, and then the Spider-Man one being leaked, and then I kind of saw something about X-Men '97 being leaked, but their trailer's been out for 2 months, so I don't know how true that is. But I was about to come on here and be like, there's somebody.
That is so bold. I would never ever do that. I mean, you can't really tell anything from. I mean, cool. I mean, it's not like they're whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna forget about this until the movie comes out. But yeah, it's very clearly somebody trying to like sneak and show, and I just feel like
Or who knows? It could
Hardly
be
see
part
what's
of their
going on
market.
screen.
It could be part,
wait,
leaks.
why would they need to use that kind of marketing? Spider-Man markets himself. They don't even need to drop a trailer for this movie. It could just come out and like everyone's gonna go see it. But oh, guys, do you know that Wonder Man is out? Has anyone watched it?
It's out already.
So I read
Wow.
an
Did
article
not know.
the other day, and it's just another show that they just dropped without like. Oh no, is it out or does it come out in January? I think it comes out in
If
January
it's
actually.
out already, that's crazy.
But it's not being promoted.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
is
would
what
have at
the
least
article
seen
said.
like a breakdown of it or something.
Oh, it drops in January.
Oh, it
Yeah,
drops in
but
January.
I did see that it's dropping all the episodes at once.
Yes, it's dropping all the episodes. Another show that's dropping all the episodes at once.
But
Oh
when does
yeah,
it
it comes
come
out on January 27th. Never mind. Don't listen to me, guys. I'm just gonna cut that part out. It's not out, but it's coming out. But oh, sorry. The article that I read was about it not being promoted as heavily as past shows. They're like, I don't know. They're on a very selective streak with what shows they're promoting heavily and what shows they choose to not promote that well. Like I know we got a trailer for it.
I feel like
But
out
that
of
was-
like the last 4 or 5 shows they dropped, What If might have got the most promotion.
Did What If get promoted? Oh, it did. I guess.
Barely, but I didn't see anything
Yeah.
for Wonder Man, Ironheart, Agatha.
Beyond just like the one trailer, right? Well, I feel like Agatha was promoted well. I don't remember, but I think we've only gotten one trailer for Wonder Man so far, and I think for Ironheart we only got that one trailer as well. So, but I wonder like what the decision is behind them choosing to drop all the episodes versus stringing it along week to week.
Eyes of Wakanda,
Eyes of Wakanda, which I still have not watched. Yes.
Cast Homework. That was Blurred Consumption. I played.
Wow. Okay, guys. Blurred Consumption. Everything before is irrelevant because there was no animation for it. Now everything is real. I already have podcast homework that I still have to do. So, just
Jen's
keep a list.
behind on her assignments.
I am. But Jaja was behind last week. Nobody yelled at him.
Behind
Just-
on what? Okay, let's not bring up the past.
I'm just saying. So I'll be caught up. But no, I wonder what goes into the decision to drop everything at once versus week to week. I guess like, I don't know. Maybe if they think something's not going to be as popular, they just drop it all at once. But isn't that your own fault for not making it, for not building up enough hype around it? I don't know. It's weird. But nonetheless, I'll be watching it when it comes out. Okay, so in other news, anime news, Jump Festa happened this week. So a bunch of announcements and trailers came out.
Well, before we get started with that, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run has gotten a new trailer. I'm absolutely thrilled for this. Got my JoJo shirt
course.
on today.
Of course, yes. Uh-huh.
Did that?
So Part 7, that's the part that I most recently read. They're up to Part 9 actually in the manga, but yeah, I read Part 7. So that's the part that's getting animated now. But it's coming to Netflix March 19th. And the first episode is going to be 47 minutes.
No, ooh,
And it
nice.
looks like they're going
Okay.
to be dropping week to week. So that was a big complaint people had before where the last part of JoJo's dropped in batches. So hopefully it's going to be week to week. I prefer to watch it that way because when they drop it all at once, then you got people spoiling stuff left and right for you. And then,
That's true.
yeah, it's no good. So yeah, no, but the animation looks good. The characters sound great. And the original language that they're speaking. I don't know what the dub's going to sound like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it looks like the pacing wise, it'll be pretty decent. I think well, I know I'm for sure excited for this.
Yay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
the rest of the other Jump Festa things, we got a litany of things announced. So they showed some trailer for One Piece when they come back from their hiatus. Dr. Stone, we got a trailer for that. Personally excited about. Kaiju number 8, Fearin'. So unfortunately, Fearin' is going to be 10 episodes the next time it drops.
What is this?
I don't know who decided that, but
10? Why?
yeah.
That's so
My Hero
weird.
is getting a
Let's not-
special
wait.
episode.
Wait, can we not start making anime seasons weird? Okay, we went from 24 to 12. Let's not be going into these weird numbers below 12. I don't know. I don't agree with that. But sorry, continue.
Yeah. Now, if they're giving us 10, the episode's got to be longer than 22, 24 minutes.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I don't like that. Okay, sorry. What's happening with My Hero? They're getting another episode?
They're getting a special episode. Yeah, so it's like a
Okay.
time skip type of episode where they
Got
focus on them as adults a little bit more. That was kind of one of my bigger gripes from the manga, actually, is I wanted to see them as actual adults heroes. Because they've been training this whole time, and then we kind of get the big battle at the end, and then just a glimpse of their life as adults. But I wanted to you know, really see like, oh, this is how the kids turned out. So kind of thing. So, but it looks like we'll be getting that in a special episode, potentially.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Fans of Assassination Classroom, March 20th, 2026. You guys are getting a movie.
Nice.
Well, his Japanese theaters, March 20th to 2026.
So that means, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. New trailer for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3.
Can't wait for
I'm
that.
thrilled.
And that's
The
dropping
Culling Games
in
Part 1.
January.
Yep, January 8th.
Ooh, right around the corner.
Yeah, well, what else? Kaiju number 8. Next season coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Is the next season going to be the last season? Is that what I read? Or did I not understand that right? Or are they...
It sounds like it's going to be the part of I don't know if the next season will be the last season, but the final arc is beginning. It's not like...
Okay.
They might do it Attack on Titan style. So I think Jaja just likes these things where they spread it out like that.
Please don't. Okay.
But yeah, no, it does say the final chapter for this season or part or however they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the final arc. But it's not a crazy long story though, so it would make sense that if they wrapped it up in 3 or 4 seasons. So
yeah. Okay.
Mashal also coming back.
Well, when? It says 2027 here. Does it?
Yeah, it does. Hey,
Yeah.
we got a while to wait for Mashal.
Yeah, coming back in a year. Yes.
Sakamoto Days Season 2. We got a trailer for that.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna check it out. I did kind of fall off of Sakamoto Days a little bit.
I fell off too. Yeah.
I do want to read it. Jaja's been suggesting it. Blue Box got a teaser visual, no full-on trailer, but
Season 2, Blue Box, fun.
yep, it just says 2026. I don't see a date here though.
Probably later in 2026.
Oh, fall 2026. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it has to be towards the end of the year. Okay.
Spy Family.
Yes.
We're getting more Spy Family.
I have to catch up on.
Well, it says Season 3 will conclude December 27th.
Who?
Absolutely thrilled for Dr. Stone. So they're in the last arc of Dr. Stone too. So that's coming to an end soon. Dan, new visual, no trailer, but I think we all were pretty much going to watch that anyways.
Yes, for sure.
Bleach got a new trailer. Definitely watching that. One that's extremely anticipated that people don't really talk about a lot. Black Clover. What happened to Black Clover? Nobody knows. It just kind of disappeared. They've been on a little bit of a hiatus, I guess, as far as the animation goes. But the second season for Black Clover is dropping in 2026.
Nice.
Any kind of date? Nah, just 2026. So, and then a lot of things that I haven't heard of that I, probably would check out. Maybe I'll check some of these out. Chainsaw Man, we got to do visual for the next season.
For the next season? I wonder when that's coming out. Probably, I feel like probably not next year, right? Probably like, whatever. We'll see.
Probably might be a little bit later than that.
Yeah.
Because, they just dropped a movie.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if it came out next year and not kept us waiting. But, we'll see. Ooh, sorry. I'm just going through this article and I saw the visual. I'm looking at the visual for Blue Box. I know exactly what's going to happen in this scene. Yay. I'm excited. Sorry. Continue.
That was all the ones that interested me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
the rest of them are probably things that I'll maybe check out.
Yeah.
Based on recommendations or even after seeing trailers, maybe. Because I didn't watch all the trailers. I was just scrolling through looking like, oh, snap, they made an announcement for this that I like.
I thought you were going to mention they dropped a One Piece trailer.
Did they?
One Piece is supposed to continue in April, and they released a new trailer for the Elbap Island arc.
Did you guys see that they...
Oh, snap, I didn't see this.
I see that they are officially categorizing everything that happened in One Piece up to date as season 1, since they're now taking proper breaks. To me, that's a little bit ridiculous,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah,
That,
like
that's not crazy. That's lazy.
it is very lazy. I'm like, this is dumb, but here we are.
And while we're on One Piece, the live action did get a new trailer. Found another trailer of like them. It's a trailer about the voice acting done behind Chopper, where they display like him in English, I think Japanese, Spanish, and another language, and the voice actors and how it's synced with him saying it. It's a pretty cool trailer.
Yep, that's my boy Chopper right there.
I
Yes.
think Chopper looks good the way they have him. He doesn't look, it doesn't take
I
you
wonder.
out of the scene. Yeah.
I do want to see. They're probably not going to show it, but I do want to see what his other forms look like in live action. Yeah, like that's probably something that they're keeping way, way under wraps. But I'm very curious about that.
You don't think they're gonna show his other forms? Like they would have to in this season.
No. I meant like in the trailers. They're not going to show them in a trailer, but I'm interested to see what they look like, what they're going to translate to in live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I haven't been seeing major complaints about what Chopper looks like
No, he looks great.
at large. But I'm sure once it actually drops and they drop another form, people are going to have complaints left and right. But so maybe they are keeping it under wraps for that reason, just to
I don't think they want to hear a lot of people's opinions, just in
get
case
open
it
up to
doesn't.
backlash. Yeah.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't fly well. But normal Chopper looks good. He looks good. But like the big like muscular form, like I'm very interested to see how that's gonna look. Like even when they do the form where he's like on like as a regular like reindeer on all fours, like I'm just curious to see what it's all gonna look like. I feel like there's a lot of budget in that they have to put into Chopper to really make it, look good. So we'll see.
Overall, the whole trailer looks great to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this as
Yeah.
soon as it comes out.
One Piece comes out when? March?
Yep.
Oh my God, so many things happening in the early year. I'm so excited. 2026 is going to be so good for content. So much things happening. I'm very
And the
excited.
One Piece anime is back in April, I believe, April 5th.
Well, that means nothing to me since I'm so far behind. But I could be using the next few months to try to get caught up. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. But I am very excited for the year. There's just a lot of fun stuff that's coming out that I'm excited for. All right. Anything else? Oh, we have to go over our Crunchyroll arcs.
Crunchyroll arc?
As with everything else,
20
Spotify started it first. But Crunchyroll we have our arcs for the year from Crunchyroll on like what we watched and what we spent a lot of time watching. So let's do that before we end for the week. Who wants to, first of all, how do I go back to, okay, wait.
I can
I
go
just took
first.
screenshots of the ones.
So I got I'm just gonna go through the important slides. So I have 94 hours of anime watched. I think that's pretty low for the year. But this is only Crunchyroll. So
Yeah.
it says I got 248 episodes watched. Titles, 14 different shows, 5 different genres. My big 3 anime that they said I watched the most this year was Fire Force was number 3, To Be Hero X was number 2, and of course Attack on Titan was number 1.
God.
Sounds about right.
My top 3 genres, 3 is drama, 2 is sci-fi, 1 is action. I think that's on point.
Okay.
I watched 13 weeks straight of anime.
Oh my God.
They said in February I watched anime for a straight 28 hours.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
insane. Okay, and so now the spirit thing that they set out to represent is a dread collector. He looks like a little floating skull monster, and he's an overdramatic demon in their final 3rd form, and you're ready for any challenge in any form, species, or dimension. Warning, you're gonna love how impossible the odds are.
Interesting.
Your
Okay.
attributes constantly escalating power levels, sacrificing everything for the ones you love, going into battle with 0% chance of survivability.
Going into battle with 0% chance of survivability. That's very interesting.
Well, the type of animes that I like to watch, that's pretty on point. Attack on Titan,
AOT?
like
Yeah,
those
sounds about right.
sci-fis where you're just learning
That's
about
true. Yeah.
the world and stuff. It says you make up about 3% of Crunchyroll fans and love all things action and horror. So that's what I got.
That sounds right. And how was your longest streak? Was how many? 14, what'd you say for your longest streak?
Like hours or days? Weeks.
Days.
Weeks. It was 13 weeks of watching it.
That was your longest streak? Oh my God, that's so long compared to my longest streak on here. James, what is yours?
My longest streak, it says 37 days, I believe. So, but my top 3 genres: number 3, slice of life; number 2, thriller; number 1, drama. Episodes watched 360, 24 different titles, 10 different genres. My spirit companion is this wandering neko, so it's like a cat.
I wouldn't categorize that as a cat. It's like a, oh, it is a cat. Oh, there are the ears. Okay, I only saw the horns at first.
Yeah,
I also
and then
have that.
my top 3 shows. So coming in at number 3 was Trillion Game. Actually,
Interesting.
I was watching that earlier in the year. I discovered it at BlerdCon. They did like a screening of the show, but it was about the tech company trying to make $1 trillion. So I definitely liked that one. So not mad at that. Number 2 was Apothecary Diaries. Did not expect that one. And then number 1, of course, One Piece.
Me and James are very similar. I also got the Wandering Neko as my spirit companion. So I'm pretty low. Like, so I only have 65 hours watched on Crunchyroll this year, which is kind of low. That's kind of weird. But then I remembered, like I said earlier, like I watched anime on a lot of different platforms this year. Like I watched a lot of stuff on Netflix. I watched a lot of stuff. There's some stuff I watched on Hulu. It was just kind of like more spread out than just Crunchyroll. I have 140 episodes watched with 14 different titles explored. My top genres were drama, adventure, and action. My longest streak was only 5 days, though, guys. That's kind of crazy. That's so low. I was like, wait, I feel like that's not true, but it might be. So my top 3 shows were One Piece, like James, also Apothecary Diaries, like James, and then Spy Family was my third one. For some reason, it dubbed Spy Family as my favorite show, which I don't really know where it got that from, because I'm pretty sure this year I only watched the Spy Family movie and like the first 5 episodes of the new season, but yet I watched like 100 episodes of One Piece on Crunchyroll. So I don't know why
Yeah, I wonder how they
Spy
do
Family
that.
my favorite.
Did you rate any of them? Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. I don't even remember. I might have. And then, oh, I had a 5-day streak, but then I had a 5-week streak. I don't understand that. Okay, but yeah, those are my top. Those are my top from Crunchyroll.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to get back. And so I've gotten back into logging stuff that I've been watching on my anime list. So I'm going to try to keep up with that. So I have a full spectrum of what I watched across multiple platforms. So that should be good. Cool. Anything else before we wrap up for this week?
Nope. All I got.
I think so too. All right. Well, first of all, happy holidays to everyone out there. Thank you for another. I don't know if we're gonna have an episode next week. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be here or who's not. So, if you don't see an episode from us, know it's from the holidays, and if you do, then yay, I will be happy about that as well. But thank you for another year of supporting the podcast, just in case there is no episode next week. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerds Nerds, follow us on TikTok, BlerdsNerds_pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our visuals and also just to show some support on that platform. Even if you don't watch every episode visually on YouTube every week, if you could just go over and give us a subscribe, that would be great. Also, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. Send us an email, blerdsnerd@gmail.com, if you're a creator of color in the nerd space who wants to come on to talk about your work. We would be happy to have you in the new year. Want to get some more guests on here for sure to talk about all the cool things that they're doing in the nerd space. And as always, thank you for your continued support. I'm Shannon.
James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.